Hey everyone, welcome back to Xaynew Stories, and this is Ask Reddit Mondays. Signs of a relationship ending. Story number 1, posted in Ask Men. User FFSoldier57 asked, Men, what moments or signs made you realize it might be time to end a relationship with your girlfriend? OP shares, I was with my girlfriend for 4 years. And towards the end, everything revolved around money for her. Also, if I didn't message her, she wouldn't message me unless she needed money. I once purposely didn't text or call her for 3 days straight, and she didn't text me during those 3 days either. On day 4, she finally messaged me, and it was just to ask for money. But what really did it for me was if I bought her something as a surprise, she'd roll her eyes and complain she wanted something else and more expensive. A good example was on Valentine's Day, I bought her a ring and necklace from James Avery and got her edible arrangements with flowers. But instead, she whined and screamed that she wanted this fireplace for the backyard. That's when I said, the heck with her, I don't need this, and broke up with her. User Mr. Black and Tan replies, I remember this clear moment, summer evening. I had spent the day working in the backyard, kind of my area or thing. And towards the evening, I made a fire in the fire pit we installed together a few weeks before and turned on the string lights I just installed. It was peaceful, romantic, quiet, and there was one person I wanted to share it with. I went inside and asked her, Hey, do you have a minute to come check out the backyard? She replied, No, I'm kinda busy, okay? I asked, would you have time later? She replied, no, I'm pretty tired. Can I just look at it tomorrow? And I ended the conversation with, okay, sure. I felt it right when I said, okay, sure. Just like the last bit of love and affection left. I felt so alone. I sat outside and enjoyed the lights and fire and the night air on my own. We broke up soon after. This does make me think about how men look at relationship. Some men would stay in a relationship for a long time, even if it's toxic, as long as they get affection from the relationship. But the moment that there's no more love or affection, it just ends right there. We check out because people would say that men aren't romantic, but men stay in relationship even if it's toxic as long as there's romance, there's love, there's affection. If you take that away, it just ends right there. Because for us, when there's no more romance, there's no more affection, then why stay? Story number 2 posted in Ask Men. Sir Bryson asked, have any men successfully restarted their career at 40? What was it like? I'm 42. I got laid off after only 6 weeks in a senior director role. They didn't give me a clear reason, but I can guess. I was asked to take on budgets, paid media, SEO partnerships, and events. Events was the only thing that existed before I showed up. Everything else was basically, here's the key, build the plane while we're flying it. I was making progress, learning the data, getting oriented. I'm a competent marketer, but I'm more introverted, more type B. This company was very bro energy, loud, constant updates, and I think my communication style hurt me more than my actual work. They gave me 4 weeks severance. I negotiated it to 6. But right now, I'm angry at myself. I'm angry they barely gave me time to ramp up. I'm angry they overloaded me so I was working 50 to 60 hours a week and still felt left behind. I'm angry I got no real feedback. And honestly, I kind of hate marketing right now. So I'm spiraling into the big question. My dad is an architect and engineer. I barely scraped through my bachelor's degree. I felt like I failed to live up to that. I also feel like I'm failing at having a stable, respectable career my sons can look up to. They still look up to me. I know that. But a dad with a shaky career is not exactly dad of the year. My wife is amazing and way out of my league. She's a teacher making about 100K and super supportive. But she also likes competent, stable, masculine men. If I can't even hold a job, what exactly is my value proposition here? Financially, we'll survive. Mortgage is small, but things will be tight. So now I'm thinking about pivots. I have a mortgage license. I don't have mortgages, but I could make 60K pretty much immediately with a brokerage I know. My dad is still practicing architect. I could go back to school, get a master's, and try to become an architect. That's a long road at 42. I could do an MBA, but part of me thinks I'll just end up back in marketing and still struggle. I've had some real successes in my career, but it's been uneven, spotty, and days like today make me wonder if I've just been forcing myself into the wrong game. Has anyone been through something like this at this age? Did you pivot, stick it out? How did you decide whether you were just burnt out or actually in the wrong career? Right now, I feel confused, disappointed, and pretty damn tired. User Difficult Relation 52 replies, I'm in tech, been in tech since the 90s. Layoffs happen all the time. I've been laid off 4 times. You must have a thick skin. Give yourself 24 hours to feel bad about this, then get yourself up. Pull it together, dust it off, and get a new job. Create 2 to 3 different resumes. Marketing, program management, and whatever adjacent skills that will get you money. Take what comes to your way to keep money flowing, but never stop looking for the next better thing. Being a man isn't dwelling on the problems this world shovels at you. Being a man is picking yourself up after you've been knocked down by a heavyweight. Get grounded and get to work. Find suitable employment. Call all your contacts. Let them know you're available. Talk to recruiters. As a senior level director, you are probably the one doing the letting go, but welcome to everybody else's reality. And at the end of the day, it's just another job. I do understand what you're going through, OP, because it's really difficult to start over at an old age. But I often look at the millionaires and billionaires who are successful. Most of them didn't get their billion when they were young. Some got it at later parts of their life. And I always look at to that because I'm not really here to make a million. For me, as long as I'm happy, that's enough. But in reality, success takes time, and continued success takes even longer to get. It's up to you whether you want to pivot or not. But whatever you do, you need to set a goal for yourself in the short term and the long term. Because pivoting might work, but if you don't address the issue to its core, it's just gonna haunt you again and again. Story number 3, posted in Ask Men. My father passed away, my brother took me in, and now I'm told my life isn't mine. User WhoYou919 shares, my dad died a few years ago, and since then I've been living with my brother and sister-in-law. I literally just turned 18 less than a month ago. They took me in, raised me, and gave me a lot of love and support when they didn't have to, which is why this hurts so much. I'm in this situation where I'm not allowed to go to college, and I'm basically expected to get married instead, and it's screwing with me heavily. I want to study, be independent, and have my own life before marriage, but they straight up told me it's not my life, it's theirs, and I have to follow every rule they set. If I don't, I can get the heck out and go to my mom's house and they'll never look for me. That's what scares me the most. If I choose college, I lose them completely. I feel insanely guilty even thinking about leaving because of everything they've done for me. Like I'd be ungrateful or betraying them. I'm not against marriage, I just want a choice and time. But I feel trapped between loving my family and losing myself. I genuinely don't know if I'm being dramatic or if this is actually screwed up, and I need outside opinions. An update to that story. Hey everyone, thank you so much for all the support and advice. Honestly, I didn't expect anyone to even read this, which is why I didn't give any background information about myself. So to give a bigger picture, I think it'd be better if I were to tell you about myself. I'm 18 years old and a girl living in America. I grew up in a very conservative and harsh house. My dad was physically and mentally abusive, and my mom had favoritism towards her son and hated me and pretty much left me to take care of my dad when he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I took care of him, I stayed by his side, and my mom didn't do anything to take care of him, and all the responsibility was on me. When he passed away 2 years later, a month after that, I got a job at 15, and about a year after, I got another job at 16. I started working 2 jobs while in high school. I then graduated high school early. I'm not dependent on my brother for money. I have my own savings and my whole degree is already paid for. I have never asked anyone for any help related to money. My self-respect and dignity would never allow me to depend on anyone. I honestly just feel very guilty about living my whole life. I talked to my friends about this and they told me since I grew up in such an ugly household, I don't know what a real family feels like. And this isn't how it should be. My family and I have been living in America for a decade. I grew up here, yet they have not let go of their conservative lifestyle. I love my family and wouldn't want to hurt them in any way. I feel a lot of religious guilt as well as I'm a Muslim and Indian, and I feel like if I were to live them, my future son would do something similar to hurt me. I'm sorry you had to go through that, OP, but you shouldn't really be forced into marriage. My initial thoughts is that they want the arranged marriage so that one of their friends could legally be an American citizen. And really, that's just scummy and illegal. I wish you the best, OP, and hopefully you find the love that you really want. If you enjoyed these stories, like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. This is Xaynew Stories, and I'll see you on the next one.